Do you think you need to be fast, clever, and full of information to invest well? Let me tell you a secret. The best investors don't rush. They wait. They don't follow trends. They follow principles. And they don't try to predict the future. They prepare for it. My name is Warren Buffett, and although I'm among the richest men in the world, I've never bought a stock on impulse. I've never invested in something I didn't understand. And I've never needed magic formulas to multiply my money. In this video, I'm going to show you how to invest wisely using 4 simple rules. They don't require you to be a genius. They only ask that you think like an owner, act with patience, and invest as if it were forever. If you're tired of quick promises and want to build real wealth with consistency, clarity, and purpose, then stay with me, because what you'll learn here could change your financial life forever. When I was 11 years old, I bought my first stock. And you know what I learned? The market doesn't care about your age, your degree, or your urgency. It rewards those who understand the basics and act calmly. If you're just starting out, forget magic formulas, complicated charts, and wild predictions. What truly matters are the fundamentals. Companies that make a profit, have strong leadership, and offer products people use and trust. I always say, invest as if you're buying a piece of a business, not a lottery ticket. If you don't understand how the company makes money, don't invest in it. If you wouldn't trust the people running it with your own business, stay away. The market is full of distractions. But beginners who focus on what matters, understanding the business, evaluating the price, and thinking about the future, have a huge advantage, because while others chase promises, you build wealth with purpose. You don't need to be an expert in everything. In fact, the simpler your strategy, the greater your chances of success. I've never invested in something I didn't understand. If the business is too complicated, I pass. I prefer companies that anyone can explain in one sentence. Like Coca-Cola, it sells beverages. That's it. Simple. Investing isn't about predicting the next big leap. It's about finding solid businesses with good management, consistent profits, and a clear competitive advantage. And then, waiting. A lot of people think they need to track the market every day, make dozens of trades, follow trends. I do the opposite. I buy great companies and let time do the work. If you want to invest well, start with a strategy you could explain to a child. Because if you don't understand what you're doing, the market will teach you, and it might be expensive. If you want to get rich quickly, the market will teach you slowly and painfully. But if you think long-term, it becomes your most powerful ally. I have never bought a stock thinking I'd sell it tomorrow. I buy as if I'm acquiring a piece of a business I want to own for decades, because time is where the magic happens. Compound interest is like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but the longer it rolls, the bigger it gets. And that applies to investing, reputation, and knowledge. Most people want immediate results, but great investors know that patience is more valuable than prediction. I don't try to guess what the market will do tomorrow. I choose companies that will still be strong 10, 20, 30 years from now. If you want to build real wealth, think like a farmer, not a hunter. Plant good seeds, take care of them, and wait. Time will do the rest. The market is like a minefield. You don't need to step on every spot to know where the danger is. Just avoid the wrong places. I've always had a simple rule: don't lose money. And the second, never forget the first. That doesn't mean you'll never make mistakes. It means you should avoid the predictable ones. I don't invest in companies I don't understand. I stay away from businesses led by questionable people. And I don't put money into sectors built on promises instead of results. You don't need to take unnecessary risks to get good returns. The secret is protecting your capital, investing with a margin of safety, and saying no often. Remember, the risk isn't in the investment. It's in not knowing what you're doing. If you understand the business, know the numbers, and trust the leadership, the risk goes down. If you don't understand it, don't invest. Before I ever invested in stocks, I invested in myself, and it was the best deal I ever made. You can lose money in the market. You can make mistakes choosing a company. But what you learn, no one can take that away from you. I read thousands of pages before buying my first stock with conviction. And I still read every day, because knowledge is compound interest applied to the mind. Invest in skills that sharpen your thinking, improve your decision-making, and build your confidence. That could be reading, taking courses, or talking to people who are better than you. All of it multiplies your value as an investor. If you want to succeed in the market, start outside of it. Strengthen your mind, your discipline, and your patience, because the greatest asset you have is you. You don't need to be the best investor in the world. You just need to avoid the worst mistakes and let time work in your favor. Let's recap. Keep your strategy simple. Think long-term. Avoid unnecessary risks. And invest in yourself first. These 4 rules aren't just for the market. They're for life. You can start small. You might make mistakes early on. But if you follow these principles with discipline, you'll build something few people ever achieve: financial freedom with peace of mind. It's not about timing the top of the market. It's about building a solid foundation, step by step, with decisions that make sense to you. Apply these ideas calmly. Read more, think more, and act less. Because in the world of investing, those who move the least usually earn the most.